Good day, ladies and gentlemen, and it is September of 2018. Holy crap, ladies and gentlemen, that clock is ticking down to age 30 for me, that is for sure. Now then, update time! Doomslayer review is coming out after this video goes up. I gotta say, I did not like Doomslayer all that much, or I should say the Doomslayer Chronicles all that much. It's a very good mod, very well made mod, very impressive. It's an arena, wave-based first-person shooter. I mean, that is the absolute worst gameplay they could have made for a mod, for me at least, because I don't like that kind of gameplay. Serious Sam gets away with it, Painkiller gets away with it, and Doom 2016 gets away with it to an extent, but I don't like Doom 2016 nearly as much as I like Doom 1993. And Doomslayer Chronicles basically takes the wave-based arena shooter up to 11 and beyond. So I found myself getting more pissed off than actually, having fun. And I say that in the review. I just say it's just, it's a great mod. I just didn't have any fun with it. And it's true. I was really looking forward to it, and I was really disappointed when I played it. But the modders still did a great job nonetheless. I'm going to be putting out a review on Low Poly Doom. It is a graphical update mod that is absolutely perfection. Excellent. It's amazing. It is stupendous. It is groin-grabbingly transcendent, whatever way you want to call it. There's been 3D mods for Doom for some time. I think the Doomsday engine used them, but they usually looked like utter crap. The 3D models in Low Poly Doom might actually be from a more updated version of the Doomsday engine. I don't know. It's all just one PK3 file. All you gotta do is drop it into GZ Doom and it works fine. But the 3D models look great. Got updated level textures, updated lighting that looks sick. And it's an absolutely amazing graphical update WAD that sadly is not as compatible as one would like. It's of course compatible with the original Doom games, although not TNT as far as I can tell. It's compatible with Maps of Chaos, it's compatible with Wonderful Doom, which I just played a few days ago. I had not played that particular Doom Megawad. Absolutely excellent. I actually like it a little bit more, actually a lot bit more, than Doom the way it did, to be perfectly honest. I feel the level design is just that much better. In fact, I actually like those levels a little more than Vanilla Doom. Sometimes it's a little more difficult to find certain things. The levels are a little more complex. The modder for Wonderful Doom did a great job. There are a few other WADs that Low Poly Doom is compatible with. It's just kind of annoying that it's not compatible with everything, but that's to be expected with a WAD that complex. After Low Poly Doom is finished, I'm going to be doing a review and retrospective of Halo Combat Evolved using the SPV3 mod. It's going to be a review of the SPV3 mod, but also a retrospective of Halo Combat Evolved. Now, if you know, if you've been a part of the channel for a long time, you'll already know that I put out a review of Halo Combat Evolved, the PC version no less, a number of years ago. And I gave Halo Combat Evolved very high marks. And we're going to be coming back in this review and actually taking an in-depth look at the game and the mod SPV3. Because I really want to go pretty much level by level talking about what it felt like to play that back when Halo came out. Now, I didn't play Halo initially when it came out. I didn't get an Xbox until 2003. Or it could have been 2004, 2003, 2004. I can't remember exactly what year it was. But Halo Combat Evolved was the first non-pack-in game that I had for that system. In fact, at that time, I know I got Halo Combat Evolved about a year before Halo 2 came out. So whenever Halo 2 came out, put it a year before that, and that's when I got it. Because I really was looking forward to Halo 2. But at the time I got Halo Combat Evolved, there's a place called Game Crazy. I know Game Crazy still exists in Utah, because there was literally one across the street from where I lived when I lived up in Utah. But Game Crazy was doing a thing where if you bought an Xbox, you could get Halo Combat Evolved for $20. And, I got that. And what's kind of funny is before I got the Xbox, I actually tried out the PlayStation 2 and the Xbox, at the game at Game Crazy, and I played Halo Combat Evolved as my first ever Xbox game, and that pretty much sold the Xbox right there. And what's kind of funny is I misremembered what the plasma pistol's color was. I thought it was red. I could have swore it was red. I remember overcharging the plasma pistol and firing it, and it shot a big red ball. That's not the case. I must have mistaken that for the Needler. I don't know why I did, but that's what happened. And Halo Combat Evolved, we look back at that game now, and it doesn't seem like anything special. But back then, that was a big deal. I mean, just the sheer openness in those levels, the graphical complexity. I mean, that game looked damn good. I remember when got into the level Halo. You're driving around with the Warthog. That was amazing. And then when you finally made it to Assault on the Control Room, when you get in that Banshee, yeah, that level's not that big, but you're flying around in a aircraft, and you can get out and walk around and shoot stuff. That was nothing short of amazing back then. The story was also really pretty bloody good. I remember leafing through that instruction manual a bunch of times because it was so good. Because like humanity's actually losing, and you're Master Chief and you're like the last line of defense. Captain Keyes was really cool. I don't feel that any of the other Halo games ever really came close to the quality of Halo Combat Evolved. It just didn't feel as good. I did not like the change from the Mjolnir Mark V to the Mjolnir Mark VI. In fact, for the longest time, I didn't even know you pronounce it Mjolnir. I just thought it was an acronym, so I used to pronounce it MJLONIR. I thought it was an acronym, but evidently it's not. But I did not like the Mark VI armor. I thought it looked pretty crappy, actually. It looked cheap to me, whereas the Mark V looked sleek and futuristic. The redesign in Halo 4, I thought was a good compromise, and I like Halo 4. It's actually one of the games sitting on my desk right now. I think Halo 4 promised a lot of things that Halo 5 did not deliver on, which is kind of annoying, but that's to be expected these days, I suppose. Now, as for the Halo multiplayer, I never played Halo Combat Evolved multiplayer until Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. And I played that co-op. In fact, I played it co-op twice, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary. One, I did a Let's Play that sadly no longer exists, and another was just for fun. Absolutely excellent game, cooperatively. As for Halo multiplayer, deathmatch, stuff like that, I primarily only played Halo 3. As for Halo 2, I didn't know anyone at the time, so I did not really play it multiplayer. I played it multiplayer a grand total of once, and I died so badly. But I chalked that up to, what I was trying to play that on. Split-screen multiplayer on a 15-inch tube TV is not fun. I could barely tell who I was. I hated that. But, needs must, I suppose. Halo 3 multiplayer was quite a bit of fun, to say the least, and I put countless hours in that. I didn't play Reach, because I felt it just deviated too much from Fall of Reach, because I was a big, big fan of the Halo novels until Karen Travis, who did a great job on Republic Commando, came in and ruined it. Making Dr. Halsey a war criminal. Are you fucking kidding me, ladies and gentlemen? You save all of humanity and people just complain about you. But, whatever. That's just how it goes. The SPV3 mod, which is a graphical update for the Halo PC version, Halo Combat Evolved PC version, is absolutely excellent. I had actually followed it for many years, and by the time it came out, Halo Combat Evolved Anniversary was out, so I was like, I guess that's cool, it's just a little late. Well, the mod is actually a lot better than Combat Evolved Anniversary, and I liked Combat Evolved Anniversary. Do not get me wrong on that one. I loved the new sound the MA5B made. It just was a little bit more crunchier. But the SPV3 mod does an excellent job updating the game. The visuals aren't quite on par with Anniversary, but they don't make Captain Keyes look like crap, which is good, because that Anniversary model they used for Keyes looks like shit. The big problem when it comes to graphics for SPV3 is mouth flaps. They just do that, and it looks really hilarious. You got like these high-res textures, got these great 3D models, and then you got, it's very weird. Very weird indeed. But, you know, that's the best they can do because they're still using the original Halo Combat Evolved PC version engine. I actually have a copy of Halo Combat Evolved PC. In fact, when I finally got fed up with my Xbox, the Xbox Classic, I went out deliberately and bought the PC version of Halo. I bought it from GameStop. I was like, yeah, I'm looking for the Halo PC, Halo Combat Evolved on PC. It's like, why are you looking for it on the PC? Because I want to play it. They were very surprised on that one. SPV3 doesn't just upgrade the graphics, it also upgrades the levels. There's new areas, and they're really, really quite good all around. I mean, a lot of these new areas are really quite excellent. The only thing I don't really like about it is the fact they don't have the MA5B. They don't got it. They got that Halo 3 MA5, whatever the fuck. The Halo 3 assault rifle. Which annoys me to no end, because I love the MA5B. That's one of my favorite Halo weapons. One of my favorite weapons in general. I'm not sure how plausible it is, having 60 rounds of 308. I guess they must not be using brass in the future. It's some sort of lightweight space steel or whatever. I don't know, but I still like it. I think it's cool. In fact, it's probably my second favorite sci-fi weapon, second only to the pulse rifle. And speaking of the pulse rifle, I've pretty much decided the next shooter I'm going to get is the 10mm high-point carbine. So I was thinking about what I'd actually want, and I really do want that pistol caliber carbine. I mean, 10mm and a carbine, that is bloody epic, and it's very inexpensive. It's only about $305. I mean, that's for a pistol caliber carbine. People hate on high point. All I can say is my experience was nothing but positive. And speaking of bullet shooters, this month as well, there's going to be a gun review. I'm going to be re-reviewing the SKS 5966, the modernized version. And here's a sneak peek for how I did with it. Oh yes, that is pretty bloody excellent indeed. But you have to watch the video to see the 100-yard target. Let's see. I've moved Turok 3 to November, along with the Winback review as well. Winback Covert Operations is an absolutely excellent third-person it's a third-person shooter, but it might as well be a contemporary of like Rainbow Six, because you can't take that many hits. You only get a limited number of weapons, and you've got to actually stay in cover when you engage the enemy. It's a classic N64 game. There's also a PS2 port, which I have played, and the PS2 port is quite good as well. It has better graphics, but, you know, for nostalgic purposes, I'm reviewing the original N64 game. I actually have all the gameplay footage recorded for that, and I was going to do that this month, but so many mods released, and, you know, the mods get the views. I mean, just look at the Brutal Doom video. I mean, that took, like, no time to make, and everybody watched it. It's kind of disappointing, but hey, you know, I give you guys what you want. There was going to be another outdoor adventure, but sadly it had to be canceled, mainly because there's massive storms going on in the old Galveston. So I'm not going to be able to do that anytime soon, so oh well. There's going to be a review of that 38 revolver I bought a number of months ago. I just haven't had a chance to get to the indoor range. I only go to the range once a month. And I gotta be very careful with what I choose, because I ain't going back till later. So, the 38 revolver will either be in October or November. I don't know which. As for the number 4 Mark I never seem to get that done. I figured out why I couldn't hit anything. The ammo I had was keyholing bad. I didn't know it was keyholing until I literally got lucky, and I was able to get a bullseye with a keyhole at 50 yards. I have the target, so I can prove that that happened. Once I saw that, I was like, God damn it. So I started using some of my expensive PPUs and got a good grouping, but, you know, it was only at 50 yards, and I only got like 9 shots off before the ceasefire was called, and by that point I was hot and kind of disgruntled that I had to use my good ammo, and I decided, you know what, whatever, I'm just going to go home. So yeah, that's the thing. When the number 4 Mark number 4 Mark I is going to be reviewed, I do not know. It will be at some point in the future. I don't think anyone's clamoring for a number 4 Mark I review, sadly. So I don't feel too bad about pushing it off. I do have planned another outdoor adventure, even though Galveston is being inundated with water. and that's going to be of something called the Castle House. There's a house that looks like a castle, a big-ass castle, only about an hour away. And I intend to go there and tour it and show all of you at home the epicness of said castle house. I came upon that quite randomly on Facebook, and it looked really cool. It's not that expensive to get in, so I'm going to check that out. Live streams are going to continue as they have. I really do enjoy them. I'm glad you guys are showing up. This week, let's see, this video is going up today, so in 2 days there's going to be the live stream, and you know, I'm not really sure what it's going to be. As I say this, I'm tempted to, I'm probably, you know, I'll do that. It's just going to be Doom low poly of Wonderful Doom, and that's it. I was thinking, I kind of had a desire to like do Halo 4, because myself and a number of friends have been having a debate about Halo 4. I'm the only one that still likes it, so it's like maybe do a live stream of that and talk about it, but I think I might just stick with low poly Doom for right now. I think you guys would rather see that more than Halo stuff. And let's see, any books to discuss at the moment? I discovered a rather interesting fanfic called Toy Hammer. I don't know how many of you remember Indian in the Cupboard, but you have a cupboard and a plastic Indian. You stick the plastic Indian into the cupboard, and he comes to life with all his powers and abilities. Well, imagine you stick... Well, actually, this doesn't happen, which really disappointed me. But imagine Warhammer 40k figures coming to life, but they're the size of their minis, and they wreak all sorts of havoc. It was good, but the overall plot kind of wore thin pretty fast. So, yeah, I suppose that's all there is to say for the month of September. I appreciate all of you watching all the things on the channel. You know, subscriptions don't really work. Ringing the bell doesn't work, so all the bloody views that I used to get are gone. But you know what? I'm glad you guys are sticking it out, watching. I enjoy making these videos for all of you. And, you know, leaving a positive comment, you know, might not seem like much, but that really does, you know, really encourage me to continue making these videos. I mean, even just a great video comment really does make me feel quite good, actually, because it shows that I'm actually, you know, doing something that people like. And you know, when you see the really small view counts compared to what they used to be, it's like, why am I even here? But then, you know, you get a good comment. It's like, that's why I'm here. So I want to thank all of you who watch, all of you who comment, all of you who rate, and all of you who have supported the channel since its humble beginnings. It's still humble now. Humbler beginnings. And so, I'm Generallotz, wishing you good, Halo 4. Whatever makes you happy.